August 2022, the Netball World Cup less than a year away, time for the African qualifiers. Gathered in Pretoria are 9 of the continent's best teams, including hosts South Africa, reigning champions and firm favourites, but with something to prove. The Proteas faced Botswana, Namibia, Tanzania and Zimbabwe in the pool stage, followed by Zambia and Malawi in the knockouts. The Spa Proteas seeking redemption after their disappointing 6th place finish at the Commonwealth Games.
Obviously losing against Uganda at a Commonwealth Games is not a great position to be in for us as South Africans. We've always been top of Africa for a very long time and we needed to figure out where we're at, what's going on, and I think African qualifiers is a good place to explore those options.
You could easily lose to an African country after losing to Uganda. There is no team that you can take for granted. The longer you dwell on something negative as our results at Com Games, the longer you're going to take yourself to kickstart again. And I think I have to say credits to the side because everyone is really just pumped to go on and make it work and change the whole thing around, and that's all you need at this stage.
Yeah, so the African qualifiers is always a very difficult tournament in the sense of it's very physical. So the African countries tend to be a lot more physical than like in Australia or New Zealand. And so it's a different mindset in the sense of you have to be prepared for that. And you know it's going to be a tough on the body tournament. And it's great preparation for us to be in such high pressured games leading up to a really big tournament like a World Cup.
So we're all delighted to be seeing the Spa Proteas.
Opening day, the South Africans cruised to a comfortable win over the Jenny van Dijk coached Botswana. A standout performance for 2022, Spa national champs best shooter and Proteas debutant Nomfundo Mngomezulu.
So Mngomezulu has settled in nicely.
The only thing that I want if I step on courts is to shoot. That's my job. That's the only thing I can do if I step on court is to shoot.
Nomfundo comes from rural areas. She's come from Richards Bay, just playing random netball at home, township style, and then coming here, you put her on court, she just want to play. She just has no fear, and I guess that's a player any coach wants to have.
I'm very proud of myself. I didn't know I would give out this performance, but I'm very happy that coach gave me the opportunity and then I used it.
The Proteas powered through the pool matches, averaging over 60 goals per match.
And looking at the Spa Proteas are charged up, they fired up.
Consistent, composed and dominant. The winning run continued against Namibia.
28 goals difference, it's huge.
Tanzania.
I mean, look at that beautiful take.
And Zimbabwe to clinch a well-earned berth in the last 4.
In any African game, they just keep ball possession. Even if they have to play 30, 40 balls to goal, they will do that. So that's what makes Africa netball countries so difficult to play against. They're very unorthodox, plays a total different style than the top 5 countries and even the European countries or the UK-based countries. And you just don't get the ball because they just hold on to it for dear life.
I think Africa qualifiers revived that thing to say, Spa Proteas are representing their country, South Africa, with pride. But we need to take into consideration that all the other countries are doing the same for their countries as well, all the other teams, you know. Because if you forget that, you then focus on maybe it's only us who are doing that. And then the intensity or when it's crunch time, you cannot really match and pull through because you didn't give credit to the idea that we're all fighting to be the best for our countries.
I must say, you know, the crowd being here to support the Spa Proteas, I'm expecting a crack over a match between these two teams.
Semi-final day at the University of Pretoria's Rembrandt Hall. Malawi dominates Zimbabwe, while South Africa do the same against Zambia. A day to remember for ace defender Phumza Maweni and inspirational captain Bongi Msomi, now the highest capped South African player.
Also, we've been spoiled by Bongi Msomi, the captain of the Spa Proteas, as she celebrates her 150th cap, as well as Phumza Maweni, who played her 100th cap today.
I had no idea at all that I would get to a point where I'm hitting 150 caps. And that's, for me, it feels like it was yesterday when I started playing. And because I enjoy the game so much, more than the work that you put in behind the scenes, it just makes it so easy to carry on moving until you keep hitting, ticking the boxes. But to do that alongside with Pumza for 100th, I think that was just a blessing.
We felt like a new babies that day to share with Bongi, the experienced player and the leader. It was very overwhelming for me, but it was a good day. I really enjoyed myself. I never thought I would get to like 100 caps. It was, for me, it's just a special moment.
We work so much behind the scenes to be where we are, but if I don't hit, that milestone, none of these girls will probably think it's possible. And now that we've done it, it just tells them that this is what we're now working towards. And if they do that and constantly coming along and working towards that, it means that we're picking up the level of netball in our country, but also the respect and the recognition, from outside just keeps growing.
Welcome to the finals of the Africa Netball World Cup qualifiers. Oh, what a find! Oh, what a find! Right into the hands of Ina-Marie Fainter.
South Africa once again triumphant in a hard-fought final against Malawi, making winning a habit ahead of the Netball World Cup that will feature a four-pronged African threat. The top 3 finishers from the Africa qualifiers, South Africa, Malawi and Zimbabwe, joining Uganda in representing the continent on the global stage.
It was a great match. Like the players, the whole team played really, really well. And in the end, the score actually showed that grit and that determination to be the African champs again.
We don't want to be just best in Africa. I guess how we're training now, how we're preparing, how we're seeing ourselves moving forward, we want to be based amongst the top countries. Everyone wants to get to an end result, which is just standing as the last man, getting that trophy, medal, whatsoever. I just can't wait to see how it all plays out because it's really such an exciting process that we're in.